Alright, so what we got here is we got a Walker Performance filter. We want to do a quick little video on how we clean these and re-oil them. This particular filter came from the Tri-C machine car of Jonathan Allard. As you can see here, it is dirty, used, completely filthy. So we had him send it back to us so that we can do a legitimate cleaning video and show you guys exactly how to do this. So what I have here is just an 8mm nut driver. I'm going to go ahead and take off the clamps here. Loosen those up. Go ahead and pop those off. Pop your stacks out. Set these aside. Take off the other side here. Pop these ones out. Those ones there. Those ones there. So I also have here a bucket of water here that we filled up. And what we're going to do is that we're going to kind of do just a pre-rinse. So I got a hose, kind of just soak it from the inside out with light pressure. That's one of the most important things. Just make sure that you're not spraying any filters that you use with high pressure water. What it'll do is it'll open up the gaps in the weave on the cotton, and it will essentially ruin your filter. So you want to just give it a light hose out, kind of get the majority of the dirt off of the filter itself before you apply it in a cleaning solution. What we have here is this is 24 grams of oil, which is 1.5 ounces of oil, and then our cleaning kit here. And what we're going to do is we're going to be selling these with 3 grams of oil, so you'll know exactly once you get to the halfway amount, that's the exact amount of oil that you'll need per filter. So one bottle of these will do 2 filters. Right now I only have enough in there to do 1, just to do a quick video. So once you've sprayed it out, what you're going to do is you're going to take the filter and you're just going to spray the cleaning solution onto the filter and saturate the cotton. Get it all the way around here. And again, I can't say it enough, one of the most important things about cleaning any sort of cotton gauze filter is not to use any sort of high pressure water or air, because it will destroy the filter. A lot of people don't know that, and that's kind of where the filter goes bad. So as long as you maintain it and clean them properly, they should last for a very, very long time. So you're going to get it pretty heavily saturated. Let it kind of sit there, and you can already see all the dirt that's coming out of this one here. So obviously a very, very dirty filter. And you guys saw that we pulled them out exactly as they sat. And if you look here at the stacks, you can tell there's not even an ounce of dust inside of there, which lets us know that the filter is doing its job. So now we have a filter that's been saturated with the cleaning kit. And what you want to do is you want to let it kind of sit for a little while. Let that go ahead and do its work to all the oils and any sort of grime that may be in the filter. And take it over, put it in a little bucket. This is the easiest and best way to do it, just because it's so light on the cotton and protects your investment as best as you possibly can. And just kind of run that water through there, and you can see inside of that bucket exactly how dirty this filter was. Go ahead and just kind of toss it around in there. And I just wanted to show you guys this just so you can see exactly how filthy this filter was. I'm going to go back here and grab our hose again, and you can see the pressure coming out of that hose. It's not very much. Go ahead and spray it out again. Always from the inside out, trying to drive any sort of dirt and grime from the inside out towards the outside of the filter. Get it nice and clean. You can actually see the color of that. It's quite different from where we started. And now, depending on how dirty your filter is, you can go ahead and you can repeat the process. Now this one right here looks like they ran it for about 2 weeks straight without cleaning it. Ran it pretty hard. Those guys are always out there at the track, so go ahead and reapply this. And ideally, you'd like to let this sit for about 5-10 minutes and really let it do its job. You can apply it to the entire filter. It's safe for the urethane as well. So once again. Go ahead and we'll kind of dip it into here and really get a good look at exactly how dirty this filter was. Just take a look at the color of that water and you know exactly. So now that we've done that, go ahead. We'll give it one more spray out here. Make sure that all the cleaning solution is out of the cotton. Give it a nice bath. Okay, so now what you have is one clean filter. So you'll want to let that sit out and dry. Definitely don't blow any high pressure water into it, and let it dry, you know, until it shouldn't take very long. Set it out in the sun and come back to this one here in about an hour, and we will reapply the oil and give you a full update on how this whole process goes. We have our clean filter. This was one of the originals, so you can tell definitely. Look at the difference in the color on these from dirty to clean by just simply adding the cleaning solution and then rinsing it out with light pressure water, nowhere letting it sit out to dry. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to apply the correct amount of oil. This is 24 grams of oil, which is 1.5 ounces. So this is per filter. So when you actually get a set, it'll come with 3 ounces of oil, and you'll know that at a halfway point is enough for one filter. So it's incredibly simple. All you're going to do is you're going to lay the filter down on its side here. You're going to run some oil across and do 3 even lines across the filter. Flip it over. Same thing on the other side. And then you're just going to connect the lines on the sides here. And connect the lines on this side. Kind of fill in any blank areas, whatever you have left. Try to get it as evenly distributed across the filter as possible, utilizing the full 1.5 grams. Or 1.5 fluid ounces, I should say. Then you'll end up with your filter looking like this. And you're going to want to let it just kind of sit here for about a half an hour. It'll saturate through the cotton and you'll have a fully oiled filter. I'm going to place the top on this. And then as far as re-insulation of the stacks, we have here our stacks that we pulled out. Originally, you can see here, this one is just exactly how they came. So if you look closely here, you'll see flat spots on the stacks. And what you want to make sure is that those 2 portions meet each other at the interface on the center. So you want to just pop these in here like that, and the flat spot will go to the opposing flat spot. Snap those in, you're good to go there. Look for the flat spot once again. Snap that in. Flat spot towards the opposing. Now you have that in there. You're going to take clamps, put your clamps back on, seat them in the clamp grooves. Simple as that. Take this one, same type thing right over the top. Slip that into the clamp and groove area. Take your nut driver. Tighten it down. You don't want to go too crazy on how tight these are because of the barbs inside of the filter will actually hold them in pretty well themselves. You just want to cinch them down to where they're not going to pop out on their own. Tighten them down, make sure everything's seated in the proper places. And again, let it sit for about 15-20 minutes and you will have one perfectly cleaned and oiled filter.